Hi, I'm Butch Patrick, Eddie from the Munsters TV show, and I'm here at Thunder Valley Casino. Welcome.
Come on. Is everybody feeling good like I think they should? Make a move, make a rise, so it's understood. It's all right now. It's pretty international. Here we go. Make your money rock.
Don Wells, Marianne from Gilligan's Island, Thunder Valley wants to say thank you so much for coming out and spending some time. Did you have a good time?
It's such a good time. You have such wonderful customers.
Isn't that nice?
The people that come through are so warm and affectionate and honest, and you've got a great base here. Thank you for inviting me.
Affection and honesty. You got that all out of them when they were here.
Affection and honesty and not a dime. It's all on your table somewhere. They've given it to you.
Listen, Gilligan's Island is so affectionate all over the world. They love it. They love you. You are the poster girl. You're the Ginger Rogers.
We are the longest running show in the history of television syndication.
Wow.
We have never been off the air since 1964.
Wow.
So we are in 30 languages all over the world still. There are no clothes, no cars that tell you when it was filmed. So you can bring that into a kid in Bangladesh and they think it's happening for the first time.
Wow.
And we have taken 7 people from all walks of life and put them together to try to survive, which is what the world is all about. I mean, Sherwood Schwartz, our producer, was a genius to create this 102 years ago.
Yeah.
It's still current, if you think about it.
Wholesome values.
And we need them, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm writing a book. Marianne, we need her now. There is no new girl out there. There is no virgin on television. There's no nice girl. We're all kind of going over the edge. And I think for parents today, it's very difficult, the values, to try to say to your kids, this is what's important. And I think the fact that Gilligan's Island is still running in reruns, there's a little bit of help with families. I mean, watching the people here today, that's your audience, who grew up there, but it's from 25 to 65 who really understand the values of that show. It's kind of a gratification to me.
Absolutely.
And I grew up in Nevada. I grew up where gambling was it.
See?
You know, it's not illegal. It's what we did.
It's not so bad.
It's not so bad at all.
Right.
So it's kind of refreshing to come from a gambling community where we embrace it. So thank you for having me.
Let me ask you a question. You were with a great cast. Jim Backus, Bob Denver, Alan Hale Jr. I mean, on and on and on. Was that a great rapport? Were you guys a family?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Any good stories there?
Oh, a lot of good stories.
You got a quick one?
But nothing really negative. Well, I just think if you look at the Professor and Marianne, because we were in the rest the first year, we were replacements for the first 7 people. There were 3 school teachers on the pilot. And when the pilot was bought by CBS, they said, but let's make it more interesting. So they did a Professor, a Marianne, and a Ginger.
Wow.
Ginger, we all auditioned on both coasts. Ginger was cast in New York City. The Professor and I were cast in Los Angeles. And Ginger's agent said, 5th position billing. The Howells and the movie star, nobody after that. So we were, and the rest the first year. So after that, I mean, the fan mail is really funny. Russell and I, the Professor and I, still say love and the rest, send each other postcards. It was kind of a conversational period. But it was the first sitcom out of the living room, the first short shorts on television, the first family that didn't have a mother and a father. So it was really inventive for Sherwood Schwartz to do that in the 60s, you know, in the 80s, whatever year it was.
Listen, one last thing to our audience out there. What do you want to, what's the Don Wells quote that you want to leave everybody with?
Don Wells quote?
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing a book. And if you want to email me and want something in the book, I'd like you to say askmarianne.com, because the conversation is going to be between Marianne and Dawn. And Marianne was dropped on the island. She's been there since 1967. So what has happened in the world? Where are our values? What is a parent trying to teach a child? Where are our principles today? We have to keep our eye on that. So I think Marianne is a good image to talk about. So the book is, if you're trying to raise a parent, let's talk about it. Where are the manners?
Sure.
You can't say it has to be 1967. You've got to teach your children what's happening today, but don't give up on what you think is right and wrong.
We love you.
We love you too.
Hey, Thunder Valley, where the stars are, here with Don Wells, Marianne on Gilligan.
At Thunder Valley.
Yes.
Dice or two.
Yes.
Pull that slot machine or two.
Yes.
Be a winner.
See ya.
See you next time.